Yo, so you guys know, ever since we got this truck, I've been like dying to work on it. But I made a promise, and I've held true. But on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, we're finally going to take a look at this guy and see what all it needs to do some things that we might have already promised it for. That's right, guys. We got the 94 OBS in the shop for the first time ever. We picked it up a month or so, maybe 2 months ago from Nick. You guys saw like a quick overview of everything, but I think you were probably more focused on his shop and everything he had going on. With that being said, we want to take a moment of silence right now because Nick sold something. He's a little regretful. I think he's over it. But just in case, buddy, we got you. So the reason I say that, you remember Nick had that 2001 Road Glide, which made me buy my Road Glide that's sitting back there. Rode it once, and that was all it took. Well, he's got some new projects going because he always does, and he sold it. He had it in 13 years, I think, and we've had some conversations about it. And well, it's all right because he's got a new one in the mix. You guys will see that because we got little plans this spring for that project and one of mine. But I'm getting further ahead, and I should probably be talking about the project that's right here that we've already made plans for this spring. If you guys remember, I was just out in Kevin's a little while ago, and we were, me, him, and old Wade might have been talking a little bit of trash about some upcoming events. We sold the Suburban, so the square body showdown isn't going to be what we thought it was. We have the tailgate tour coming up the end of March, and as you remember, Kevin said, "Oh, Chaz bought a done OBS." Well, here we go, look at that. And this is going to be what we take on the tour. It may or may not be. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, we're going to work on two projects, and we're going to see which one gets closer, and that's the one we're going to take. Right now, we got to see what we're working with. I pretty much know what I got going on over there. I got some plans, and that's about all we got right now. We got some plans and some parts. We'll see how the rest falls out. Over here we got nothing. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff, but it's all unknown, guys. So we got to take some time, go through this, and I'm going to pull all these parts out of it, lay them all out, see what we're working with. Because I look at it, and I don't think it's a big deal. But Nick kept saying, like as we were buying it, "You sure you want to do this, man? It's kind of a big project. You got a lot of stuff going on." And I said, "Nah, that's not bad." Does he know something we don't know? I mean, not that he was ever trying to take advantage. I'm not saying anything like that. Because he kept telling me, "You sure? You sure?" But I think he just wanted me to work on other stuff. I don't know. We're about to find out. All right, before we can do that, guys, I don't know if you saw in the background, it's driving me nuts. So we detailed Megan's car, and apparently her floor mats and seats might have been a little dirty, and I got a lot of crap laying around here. And it's driving me bananas, all right? So we're going to take a couple minutes, clean the workbench up, and put some of this stuff away. This way, we got somewhere to put all the stuff that we got to go through that's inside this truck and camping out in the bed. So here we go. All right. We're not going crazy cleaning this place because you see where we're about to pull out of this truck. It's going to be dirty again. I'm okay with that as long as we're getting the stuff accomplished. All right. I think we're going to start inside the cab because, well, that's where the bulk of the little stuff is, and that's what's going to take us a while. We pretty much know what's going on back here. Never know, there might be a surprise or three, but let's start right here. So as you guys can see, it's empty. Everything's out of there, and it reveals the beautiful new carpet, huh? Nick threw that in when he did the rockers and the cab corners. So another thing we don't have to worry about it. Appreciate it, buddy. So, obviously when he did that, the seat came out, and that's where these came from, and this. So we'll worry about that in a minute. Before we talk about that, Gretchen, if you're watching, these pictures were in the truck when he bought it. So don't get anything twisted. We have no idea who this chick is. Just saying. All right? Much like the 22 shell. No idea where that came from. But, well, I know where it came from. Somewhere in there. All right. So, yeah, we'll worry about the seatbelts. Not a big deal. Same goes here, like, you know, this goes in the, what do you call it, the door sill, the jam, if you will. So that's what that's from. Rear view mirror, this obviously puts that on there. The whole thing with the Suburban, right? And we nailed it. However, you guys might see, this guy has got a crack in it, goes all the way across. So we will let the professional that replaces the windshield worry about this guy as well. All right. Obviously, original taillights. When Nick bought this truck, see these not so great LED lights? He said there was worse ones in the back. So he bought these, and they're complete, ready to plug and play. So we'll probably, I think I just figured out where this harness goes to, because this kind of looks like it goes in here. Nailed it. So Nick had the bed off when he did the drop. You guys remember I said it's got a 2.4 drop on it. So the bed, he did the bed, had it off during that time. So I'm thinking that's where this harness goes. These guys over here, well, that's the other side. Okay, this goes in here like this, right? Finishes her off, keeps all these leaves out of here. He replaced these fenders, which is why this hood is not lined up yet, because that's where the fenders, we'll talk about that. But, yeah, so that's why those were off, which is also why this is off, because, obviously I can't open the hood right now, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on the fenders that he didn't put back on yet, he just didn't get to it. And then we came along and bought it. Speaking of bought it, he bought replacement armrests because it's the right thing to do, and that's what Nick does. He also got replacement ignition, which we'll show you the problem with that in a minute. Not sure what these are for, maybe to hold the headliner up that we don't have right now. He still got it, and we're going to do something cool with it, I promise you that. Little shout out to the my Canadian buddies. There we go. There's this goes around the steering wheel. We'll figure out what all these little guys go to. All little pieces of trim. Can you tell Nick's an aircraft mechanic? Because this is what we use. This is for the truck bed. See that? Bagged and tagged. I love this guy. Nick, you're awesome. He did not do this. Sometimes people come up with ideas and they think it's going to be great. And for somebody that really loves camo, this might be great. I, on the other hand, come from Long Island and we don't appreciate this stuff. But that's a generalization because my cousin Michael also comes from Long Island. I'm going to tell you what, he might have helped paint this. Anyways, light switch. So that's out of there. You saw that. This is for the bed. So cool. I was wondering where those things were, and I figured they were in the truck. So we'll get to that. What we got up here? This is another piece of trim that looks like it goes under the hood somewhere. And Nick mentioned that the trans pan was leaking, so he bought one of those and didn't get around to that. But seat looks pretty beat up, especially that corner over there. You guys saw what we did on the Suburban. We can clean this up, and I can sew a little patch in over there because, you know, I know how to do that stuff. But I don't know that I'm gonna, and I think you guys know why. I think we're going to move on to the bed now. First off, this here, I moved back here just because, well, I didn't want to scratch the hell out of the hood. I mean, obviously I'm not too concerned with it. The paint here is not the greatest, which is fine. We're not worried about it. But no reason to make it that much worse. So if you look down low, there is some rust on the bottom of the doors. It's not terrible, guys. It's really not. But Nick got door bottoms, outers, and inners, and said maybe I'll get to it, and he didn't. We're going to assess this situation before we do anything. Right now, I'm going to promise you we're not welding those in. Eventually, maybe, because the rest of the doors are really nice, but I don't know. We'll see if it needs it. It's solid, so I don't know. Maybe that's why Nick didn't do it. What else we got back here? We got everybody's favorite grill for the work truck. And then we got the fenders that were originally here. And I'll see if I can flip this thing. Nailed it. This is why it was easier for Nick to just go ahead and get new fenders. Especially when he found them in the same color, because this, she's not good. Same with up there, and the other one's not as bad, or I mean nearly. Just missing a bunch of paint down here and some rust. It's starting inside here, but you get a pair of them, they match. Worth it. He kept them because I mentioned before there's some stuff inside. Well, here's part of it. It's all original under the hood, so we might as well swap this over to the new ones. I'm going to take these hinges off because they're good. Can't hurt to have extra stuff. And that might be about it that's on these things. I'll flip the other one over in a minute. After that, we'll probably call the old scrap man and have him come scoop them up, along with the other stuff that we've gingerly placed in the bed of the Dodge. So when I first got this thing, I was, looking around for parts, of course, and a tailgate came up. Work truck, guys, as much as people hate a lot of stuff about the WT, I love the fact that it's got a big, bold WT. Like, I am what I am, deal with it, Kind of, yeah, I dig it. This one actually had that, but it was all really nice paint, and you can see this one's pretty scratched up. It's got some rust starting on it. It's missing the little handle here thing. It doesn't, we don't see it operate the way we should, so it was like $100, and I passed on it. I'm an idiot. Now I'm doing this one. So if one comes up, I might, scoop that up. Just wanted to tell you guys, when you see something, buy it, because now I'm kicking myself in the ass, Another thing about the work truck is the grill. The big difference is, obviously it says roll-up windows. You can see the, the handle over there and whatnot. No AC, which, whatever, Kevin. Maybe I'll get to it, all right? But I wish it had it. What are you going to do? Obviously, there's no tax, so it's got the cheaper, gauge cluster, all that. But none of that really bothers me. I'm not a huge fan of these mirrors, and guess what? One's cracked, so Looks like they're getting replaced. The other controversial thing is the grill. Jay's like, oh God, I hate it. You need to buy the Silverado grill. Which, with this out, it wouldn't be too hard to put in there, right? It's gutted, so now I just put in the new stuff. They make kits. You can buy the whole thing. Guys, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And I'm not a big fan, like you see guys will build tributes and clones. I got it, dude. This is an old beat up pickup, whatever. But I kind of want to pay a little homage to the work truck thing because that's what it's going to be for us, right? I'm probably going to keep this. Now I can go buy a new one that's not, I think this has the chrome spray paint on it, so that's pretty dope. It's cracked in a few spots. Over here, and missing the badge. But other than the badge, it's all there because it's got the reflectors and then the lights are over here. We're going to replace those with some. We may go LED, just like not obnoxious LED looks. We'll see how we go, but leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Am I crazy for wanting to keep it? I'm not. I'll probably shoot it black or something, just because that's easy and matches. I don't know the mirrors I'm going to replace. And there's really no other trim on it. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I probably will still do what I want to do. But that's besides the point. Over here, we got some more interior pieces. We'll clean this all up till we put it all back together. This is the stuff for the emergency brake. Nick also bought this. I think these are the ones, the cable's good, I think, back to where it splits off. So that's what these are. This holds the jack and stuff like that behind the seat. This is the paint that was the closest to match. Nick did some homework on that. This is the world's oldest GPS that was actually in Megan's console, so I don't know, it's just there. So that's what we're looking at, guys. Like Kevin said, I gotta put the headlights and the grill back in. And I'll probably have old Wade do it, right? But seriously, I'm loving this thing, and I don't think it's gonna take much to put it on the road. I told you guys I'd tell you in a minute, but like I said, for the lights, this is where the light switch is all plugged into, goes in right here. We have the vent, little grill thing that goes there, so that's good. I think it's actually called a diffuser, but either way. And I said Nick bought a new ignition switch, and I'd show you why. That's why. Clearly this one doesn't lock. It's great now when I'm working on it, but probably not something I'm going to want to have to deal with parking it, because, this thing is going to be so dope. Everybody going to try and steal it. Well, there you go, guys. A quick down and dirty inventory of what we got for the truck, what it came with, and kind of I'm running through my head now what I got to get for it. So help me out. If you guys see something that we need and I missed, leave it in the comments, right? The wheels, let's say he did a drop on it. Nick did a lot of cool stuff. The drop on it, it's got new brakes all the way around, the carpet, took care of the rust problems. He put these wheels and tires on it. Tires are like brand new. The wheels are not my favorite, but better than the mixed match crap that was on there when he got it. So let me know what you guys think. I need to get to work, guys. Actually, I'm lying. I need to get to the house because it's actually Thanksgiving morning and Megan's doing stuff up there. We got people coming over. Old Wade's on his way over. Jimbo's coming over. And, yeah, she's probably about to start texting me saying, where the hell are you at? But I had to make some content for you guys, let you guys see the OBS. Tell me what you think. And then probably tonight or maybe tomorrow or whatever. Then we'll start getting to work. Because we got it, guys. It's, man, I've said it a bunch of times. I think I've said it more times than I've actually done it. So I'm going to hold true this time, all right, guys? Because if you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to do some work. And, well, I'm ready. I gotta go eat first. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching.